This is going to be part 2 of how I got in, or how I got my CDL and got into truck driving. But before we get into this, what I need to do is go back. In the first video, I was talking about going to TMC, and I want to go back and correct some stuff, what I said before we go any farther. And it was about the orientation week and the securement and stuff like that. So I'm not sure exactly how I said it, but I'm just going to go over it again. I said it wrong. So what it was I went to TMC in October. We went through, it was Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday in a classroom watching videos, safety videos, filling out paperwork, going over the logbook, going over stuff like that, company policy, stuff like that. That was Monday through Thursday. And then Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, it was load securement on the yard. Throwing straps, throwing chains, securing loads down. That was all day. That was 8. I think we got there at 7 and stayed there till 5, 7 to 5, something like that. So that was the Monday through Thursday, and then Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Then we came back for the second week, and the second week was Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. And what that was we only did 3 days of load securement, if I remember correctly. It wasn't a full week. It was 3 days, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, you was 2 students was put into a truck with a trainer, and you took turns driving half of a day. Then you came back to the yard, and if you, like, say you went out before lunch, you drove over, like, on the road before lunch, and then when you come back after lunch, you was in the yard doing back-up maneuvers, driving a truck around, alley docking, and stuff like that. And I believe, if I'm not mistaken, I think we could also go and do load securement. If I don't know about that, I don't think so. I think it was just the driving part. You drove in the morning, and then if you didn't drive and then in the afternoon you would do, like, in the yard driving maneuver, straight line back. I don't think we did serpentine back, alley docking, stuff like that, disconnecting the trailer. So that was that was Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. That was 3 days of that. And then Thursday we came in and basically didn't really do anything. We just kind of hung out till like 12 o'clock. We did like some final paperwork and stuff like that whenever who we was going to get for a trainer. They gave us the trainer's name, gave us the trainer's phone number. We called the trainer there and talked to him. I didn't actually call my trainer because I couldn't get a hold of him, or I don't know what was going on, but I couldn't actually get a hold of my trainer. But most people got a hold of their trainers on Thursday, so they talked to them that way. If there's any questions, we could talk to the people at TMC and get it kind of figured out. Like I said, I didn't talk to my trainer, and then on Thursday about 12 o'clock they sent us up the road back to our house. I went back to West Virginia from South Carolina, and then that's where this is where this continues. So I get back on what was it, late Friday night. It was 12 o'clock Friday night or something like that, and I got back to West Virginia. Woke up Saturday, and I called my trainer and got a hold of him on Saturday. He is an owner-operator. The trainer that I was with for TMC was an owner-operator, owned his own truck, leased onto TMC. His truck had broken down, and the reason I couldn't get a hold of him because it was in the shop and he was doing other stuff and he just didn't have time to answer the phone or whatever. So I got a hold of him on Saturday, and usually you go out on Sunday, obviously. You leave Sunday night. And we didn't leave until, I think it was Tuesday. His truck was in the shop all weekend. I called him on Monday, and he said it wasn't ready on Monday. They gave him a call Tuesday. I think late Tuesday night in the evening, he called me and told me the truck was ready, and I was going to meet him at his house on Tuesday morning at 10 or 11 o'clock, something to that effect. Tuesday morning, I drove 2 hours to Waynes. I'm going to say this wrong. Waynesburg, PA, which is out near Pittsburgh, just south of Pittsburgh. Met him there. Like I said, he's an owner-operator in his own truck. We went, I jumped in the truck with him. We left, went towards Pittsburgh, went from his house north to just south of Pittsburgh, just south of Pittsburgh. Picked up a load and headed to Salt Lake City, Utah. So that was my first run, first time ever in a truck. Actually, the first time I've ever been, I think the farthest west I've ever been before that was Ohio. I don't think I've ever been farther west than Ohio before that. So we went to Salt Lake City, Utah. Went out there, made that delivery. It took like 3 days to get out there, 2 days. We ran as a team because he was an owner-operator. I don't know if the other ones, I don't think the other trainers ran as teams, but because he was an owner-operator, they gave him like a pass or whatever. So we actually ran as a team in an owner-operator truck. So the truck never shut down. It was pretty much 24/7. I'm not gonna say 24/7. I think there was a break in there where we would shut down. But I would start driving like at 1 in the afternoon and drive till like 10 or 11 at night, and he'd start driving at 10 or 11 at night and drive till 4 or 5 in the morning. We would shut down for maybe like an hour or two, and then you know, about 7, 8 o'clock I would start driving, and it was just flipping back and forth like that. Got out to Salt Lake City, Utah, delivered that load. Like I said, I think it took us, we left on Tuesday. I think we got out there till Thursday. Might have been Friday, I don't remember exactly. Got that load unloaded, and then didn't get any load right away. I think we was out there Thursday. We sat the rest of Thursday there without a load, and then got a load Friday, but it was going to Texas. So instead of heading back to the house, we picked up a load in Salt Lake City, Utah, going to Rotan, Texas. And then we drove all weekend and got down to Texas on Sunday night. Delivered that load on Monday morning. And then from there, I don't remember the name of the town we went to next. We picked up, I don't know, I can't remember what we picked up there, but it went to Kansas City. So we drove up to Kansas City, dropped that off in Kansas City, picked up a load in Kansas City, and that was vinyl siding. Took that to Frederick, Maryland, dropped it off. Well, actually took it around DC, south of DC or something like that, or in the DC area, and then came back to Frederick, Maryland, picked up shingles at Tamco in Frederick, Maryland, going to Chicago, and delivered them in Chicago Friday morning. So anyways, my camera cut out for whatever reason, but I think we was Friday morning in Chicago. Like I said, didn't have a load. Found a load Friday evening, Friday afternoonish, and that was picking up in Illinois, but it wasn't in Chicago, and that was going to Philadelphia. Then we picked that up and got back to his house. It was late. It was like 8 or 9 o'clock on Friday night, and that was my second week. Then I got in my car and had a weekend home. So anyways, that was kind of like my first 2 weeks with a trainer. He was an owner-operator. So working at TMC, I kind of got an idea of how they worked. They didn't at least back then, I don't know what they do now, but back then they didn't self-dispatch. He would get a call every day, or we'd be running a load or whatever, taking to delivery, and he'd get a call from I don't know what you'd call him, a dispatcher, but it wasn't really a dispatcher. And basically he would call him up and say, hey, I got 4 or 5 loads. This load goes here, this load goes here, or picks up here, goes here, whatever. And he would pick whichever load he wanted of them 4 or 5 loads. If he didn't want any of the loads, he'd be like, nah, I don't want any loads. And then if he didn't take any of them 4 or 5 loads, then he usually didn't have a load to do. So it wasn't self-dispatch. He didn't have to find his own loads. Someone called him, had a list of 4 or 5 loads. From what I understand, with TMC, they give their owner-operators or their lease guys, whatever. I don't know if they have a lease purchase there, but if you're leased on. So they give their owner-operators first dibs at the loads, and then whatever the owner-operators don't take is given to the company drivers. For whatever reason, my camera keeps cutting out. I get about 2 or 3 minutes of video recording and it just shuts off. I'm recording on my phone and my phone's just dying. So anyways, we're going to finish this up. Basically, I went to TMC through training. I didn't actually drive for TMC. I drove for McElroy Truck Lines. I drove for DM Bowman for a little bit. Don't go to DM Bowman. And then I finished up my flatbed career with Boyd Brothers out of, I think they're out of Alabama also. So Boyd Brothers was definitely my favorite company to drive for. To me, Boyd Brothers is the best company I ever drove for. If I wasn't trying to do a lease purchase, I'd be probably right over at Boyd Brothers right now as a company driver. At least they were whenever I drove for them. I drove for them in 2010. They were the best company, the best loads. Everything about them was perfect for me anyways. I really enjoyed driving for Boyd Brothers. So anyways, that's going to do it. Like I said, just a quick little video, part 2 from where we left off in part 1 of how I got my CDLs and how I got into trucking, and how we're going to see if we can get back into over-the-road trucking. I've been out of it for a couple years been doing some local stuff, but looking at going back over the road on the flatbed side. So thanks for watching, and I will see you in another video.